What's going on, everybody? Pretty excited. Just had a new car arrive. I've been looking for a little while to find one of these, and they're not very easy at the moment because everybody wants one. Just arrived about 5-10 minutes ago. I've had a quick look at it, but I thought maybe we could have a look at it together, see what's wrong with it, and maybe try and fix some stuff, because there are some things that need to be fixed. I did know that when I bought the car. When I drove it up here from the driveway where the truck dropped it off, it does have an idle surge, so I'm thinking maybe it's something vacuum related or idle air control valve. I'm not really sure. So anyway, here's the car behind me, so let's take a look. So it's a 2003 Mitsubishi Evolution 8. I thought it was bone stock, which is pretty rare these days. It's not bone stock. I've noticed that it has Bilstein suspension in it. I'm not sure if it's lowered. I think it's factory height, but it's just a Bilstein shock replacement. Engine bay is bone stock though, not even a pod filter. Go around here. Panels in pretty good, paint and panels in pretty good nick, except for there's a bit of a mark in the paint there. Factory Yankees. The carbon on the wings looking pretty good. There are a couple of places where it is starting to peel off and clear coat. I'll sort that out. Interior is actually really good nick as well, which is, I don't know if you'll actually be able to see it, but oh yeah, here we go. So interior is actually in pretty good nick. Even the driver's Recaro, there's no damage on the bolstering there, which is kind of rare. Steering wheel's got typical wear. Got to take this thing off the dash here and give it a full detail. But yeah, other than that, it's in pretty good nick. Just need to figure out this idle surge. So there you go, start of a new project. I think what I might do now is I have the old OBD dongle here, so I'll chuck that in, see what codes it's throwing out, if any. Apparently the AYC pump's gone in it too. I have a spare one, so it seems to be working. So I'll double check that, but first I'll plug this in, see if it's going to throw any codes at me for the idle, and yeah, go from there. Well, that was weird. So there's no fault codes, which I'm kind of surprised by, because the AYC pump is apparently not working. However, the lights on the dash are working, there's no check lights and there's no error codes, so I'm not really sure what to do. As far as the idle, as you can hear, it's sitting at about 2,400, 2,500 RPM, which is not ideal. The car is warm, so I'm not too worried about it revving like that because it's not cold. But I think I'm going to have to just check some hoses in the engine bay and do some reading. It could be an idle air control valve type of situation. It's the only thing I can really think of. I am new to Evos, so I don't know, maybe it'll be a big learning curve. Maybe there's something else wrong with it that I don't know about. Anyway, I'll have a look in the engine bay and see what we can come up with. Okay, so can't see any vacuum hoses that are cracked or blown off or anything. Intercooler pipes look okay. I haven't checked the lower intercooler pipes yet. Could be a airflow sensor thing, airflow sensor related. I don't know, I think I'm going to have to pull a few things apart, take the airbox out, have a look at the blow-off valve, diverter valve, whatever you want to call it. Just check all that's connected securely. Yeah, I think that's about all I can do. But what I did notice, there's a couple of things that I'll show you. So, right, so while I was doing my little hunt, and I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see this, but somewhere down there, I'll just get my torch light out so we can actually see what's going on down there. So if you can see down there, see that red down there in the distance? Well, that's actually the cap for the fuses here, so I'm going to have to retrieve that. I have noticed that there's a little bit of like a coolant smell, so I thought maybe the radiator over here was leaking or something like that. It's not. So actually there's a little hose here. Where are we? Just down in here there's a little hose that's leaking. It just goes to the throttle body to keep the throttle body warm on cold starts in cold climates. I live in Australia, it's pretty warm climate, even in winter it's pretty warm where I live, so I'm actually just going to take those off and just reroute the coolant lines there. A lot of people do that. It's no biggie. If you do live somewhere where it's cold though, I would suggest that you leave those on because they help with cold starts. But yeah, I'm just going to take it off. So that's it for about now. I'm actually so I've just made a list of all the parts that I need to go get, just you know, basic things like oils for the engine, for the diff, for the AYC. I'm just going to flush everything, do it all properly. What else? Get some different hose clamps, some vacuum lines. I do have some vacuum lines here, so I'll probably just go replace them all so they're new. And yeah, see what happens. Actually, one other thing, which is pretty cool. I don't know if you see this often, but it actually has the full Japanese logbooks. So, down in here, if I can find it, this here is the Japanese logbooks. Heartbeat Motors, there you go. Must be the place that sold it. So, if you go through here, there's all these forms in the back. Sorry, this is hard one-handed. And they've all been filled out. So, I'm assuming that's kilometers. It's 5,000 kilometer service. Let's see what else we got in here. What's that? Maybe 20,000 kilometer service. And then they gave up 20,000 Ks. Is that it? No. We want more info. Okay, well that looks like all that's in there, 20,000 Ks. What's on this page? Oil check. Okay. So, first 20,000 Ks. This has done 160,000 Ks, so that's not that great. But, yeah, I was thinking I might get that, that app on your phone that converts different languages to English. So I thought I might try that on the book and see what happens and give it a read. But I don't know how successful I'll be. It has had a cam belt change. Here we can see, once it focuses, come on, you can do it. There we go, 98,000 Ks. So like I said, it's done 160,000 Ks. I'm assuming like most cars, 100,000 Ks is kind of your cam belt service limit. I will pop the timing belt cover and just double check it to make sure that it looks okay, and if it looks okay I'll drive it a little bit like that, but I'll probably end up doing the cam belt change in the next 10 to 20,000 Ks just so that I know it's all good, because the last thing you want is to blow your engine up, because these aren't cheap. I think I just saw one online for 8 grand, it's like the only one I can find. So anyways, that's it for now. I'm going to go do some shopping. I'll let you know what I buy. It's just the usual shopping list. I'm going to make sure all the lights work, so I can buy bulbs if I need to. Yeah, get all the oils, get some hoses. I need to get some jack stands and things as well. I've got a set, but I want to get another set. So yeah, I'll be back soon. So I just got back from picking up a few things at, I don't know, like 4 different stores. Didn't get everything I wanted, but I'll show you what I've got and start working on the car. So I got a few random things. I got this air compressor kit, just so I've got air. It's not a proper air compressor or anything, it's nothing great, but it's better than nothing. Just got some cheap brushes for detailing, extension lead, got a couple of bulbs for the fog lights because both of the fog lights in the car are done. Also the headlights are a little bit cloudy, so I'm going to use this headlight renewal kit and see how I go with that. Got a clay bar kit, got some oil back there. I do have a genuine Mitsubishi oil filter to go with that. Got some cleaning stuff. This is something that I want to do pretty soon. So it's the ignition switch for the car because it's just not turning on very well. Sometimes you've got to turn the key half a dozen times for it to start. So I already knew about that and I bought this before the car even arrived. Vacuum hoses, got some mass airflow cleaner, some towels, microfiber towels, some masking tape, some buckets, got some Meguiar's car wash, one of these big giant drying towels. Pretty excited to give that a whirl. What else have we got in here? I'm going to try the ceramic wax once I've given the car a clean. I think that'll go quite well as also. And then in here we've got Ultimate Compound from Meguiar's, got interior cleaner because the dash is a little bit dirty, interior's a bit dirty, and just some generic wax applicator pads. Right, so that's everything that I've got for now. I think I'm going to start with the bulbs and put the little ignition switch in, so hopefully the car starts first time every time. Fingers crossed. Yeah, I think that's it for now. Oh, I also got some wiper blades here as well. They're actually like full wiper blade units. I'll see if I can get one out with one hand. So they're actually a full wiper blade unit that clips onto your wiper arm, so I thought that was pretty cool. Just clean it up a little bit. They always get a bit dirty and a bit crusty, so yeah, time to get started on the car. Alright, so I am going to start with something easy and chuck the fog light bulbs in first, and fingers crossed they work because otherwise I've got bigger wiring issues. Sorry about the noise too. Alright, so I now have fog lights that are working, which is great because when I get the car registered, that won't be an issue. Rightio, so ignition time. I've already disconnected the battery, so I'm going to pull apart all this jargon around the steering column, and fingers crossed that solves my issue. So Phillips screwdriver here, going to figure out where these screws are.